Okay. Hello students. So this last video session we saw two different types of trees. What were there? Binary tree, and we also saw what is a strictly binary tree. Okay. Now let us see what is a complete binary tree or a full binary tree. What is a complete binary tree? How can we define that? A complete binary tree will always have two different properties. What are those? Every internal node, okay, every internal node should have exactly two children. Should have exactly two children. That is your first characteristic. The second one is all the leaf nodes are at the same level. That is the second property of a complete binary tree or a full binary tree. Every internal node. What is an internal node? We saw in the last video session some terminologies, is it not? What is an internal node? Every node except the leaf nodes are all called as internal nodes. So that means every internal node should have exactly two children. No 0, no 1, nothing. It should have two. Only then it is called as complete binary tree. That means to say, in other words, all the leaf nodes are at the same level. Okay. Now let us see some of the. I have written some 4 examples of trees. Let us see which one of them qualify for a complete binary tree. All right. Okay. Which are the internal nodes here? These two are the internal nodes, B and C. Right. A is called as a root node, though it is also an internal node. We can consider that also. So all the three we can take it as internal. Every internal node should have two children. Correct. So A has two children, B and C. B has two children, D and D. C has two children, F and G. D, E, F and G, they are all leaf nodes. All the leaf nodes should be at the same level. Are they at the same level? Yes, they are at the same level. So this tree qualifies for a complete binary tree or a full binary tree. Okay. Let us come to the second example. A has two nodes, B and C. No issues. B has two nodes, D and E. Okay. C doesn't have any node at all. Every internal node should have two nodes, two child nodes. Now, if it has no child node, then it will be called as a leaf node. Correct? C becomes a leaf node. But what is the property? All the leaf nodes should be at the same level. This D and D are also leaf nodes. They are at the level 2. C is at the level 1. So, it is not a complete binary tree. Every internal node should have two children. Okay. And every leaf node should be at the same level. C doesn't have any children at all. If it had two children, then it is correct, qualified to be a complete binary tree. It is not a complete binary tree. Let us take the third example. What about this? 1, 2, 3. 1 is the root node. Correct? It has two children. 2 and 3. Both of these are leaf nodes, are at the same level. So it is a complete binary tree. Alright. What about this one? What about this tree? It is not a complete binary tree because this has only one node. One node, one child node. It's not allowed. Every node, internal node should have two. Just remember like this. All the nodes should have two child nodes except the leaf nodes. Now all the leaf nodes should be at the same level. If these two are not satisfied, then you can't call it as a complete binary tree. I hope I am clear. So next let us see almost complete binary tree. So these are examples of almost complete binary tree. What is almost complete binary tree? Let us see that first. So in almost complete binary tree, all the levels should be completely filled. Okay, all the levels should be completely filled except the last level. So last level will be your leaf nodes. You cannot expect it to be completely filled. All the levels should be completely filled except the last level. And one more condition is the last level should be filled from left to right. It should be filled, strictly filled from left to right. What do we mean by this? If these two conditions are satisfied, then you call them as a almost complete binary tree. So why you have to call it almost complete? Means what? So almost complete means why we are considering, because all the levels it should be completely filled. That's why you call it as almost complete. Except last level alone has some kind of relaxation. Let us see this example. We have two trees here. Let us see whether they qualify to be a almost complete binary tree. Now, this is node A. All the levels should be completely filled. A has two children. It is completely filled. B has second two children nodes completely filled. Last level is what? This one. Except the last level, all other levels should be filled. This last level, what is the condition? It should be filled strictly from left to right. That means only if a left child exists, there can be a right also. Left is there, right is also there. Here also left is there, but right is not there. So it is actually a almost complete binary tree. The last level should go on getting filled up from left to right. First B should have a left child, then only you can put a right child for B. Only then you can have a left child for C. Then only a right child for C. Like that it will go on. From left to right it should get filled up. Last level alone. All other levels should be completely filled. So this is exactly like that. So it is an almost complete. Come to this tree. What's happening here? A has two nodes B and C. B also has two nodes. This is the last level. All the levels are completely filled. This level is completely filled. Except the last level, this is filled. Last level, what should happen? We should fill it from left to right. What's happening in the last level? B has two children, D and D, no issues. C, it is not filled from left to right. What's happening? This left is missing here, but right is filled. That is wrong. So it does not qualify for a almost complete binary tree. All your last level should be filled from left to right. Without left, there cannot be a right. That is what it says. So if there what happens? F is there. F is on the right side, the right subtree of C. But there is no left. So you cannot qualify this as a almost complete binary tree. So that is the meaning of almost complete binary tree. Next we will see what is a skewed binary tree. Okay. Okay. Next is for skewed binary tree. What is the condition for a skewed binary tree? Skewed binary tree is all the nodes except one node, that is your root. Okay? Except one node should have only one child. Except your root node, all other nodes should have only one child. All the remaining nodes, no child. Okay? That is what you call it as a skewed binary tree. Generally, skewed binary trees are called as, they are classified into left skewed and right skewed. Okay? This, if you see an example, all the nodes are having only one child. Is it not? So this way you call this as a left skewed binary tree. And this one is also a skewed tree, but it is a right skewed binary tree. All the nodes except the root node will have only one child. So A has only one child, B has only one child, C has only one child. The remaining will have, there will be no other child nodes. Similarly here, same thing. Generally, we call skewed binary tree, we classify it as either left skewed or right skewed. Okay. So these are the different types of trees. So we saw what is a binary tree, what is a strictly binary tree. We saw what is a complete binary tree. We saw what is almost complete binary tree and skewed binary tree. So this is again a very important question for the examination. What are the different types of trees? So please explain all the definitions with supportive examples of trees. You put an example and then explain what is that particular type of trees all about. Alright. So next let us see how do we represent the trees. Trees can be represented So how do we represent the trees or representation of trees? Now, trees can be again represented in two different ways. One is the array representation and then we have the other one is the linked list representation. Okay, so how do you represent using arrays and how do we represent using linked list? Now, let me take an example of a tree. So this is an example of a tree. Okay. Now, when you want to represent using arrays, the nodes are kept in the array, isn't it? The array in C++, array position starts at 0. Therefore, tree nodes are numbered from 0 to n minus 1. The root of the tree is always in position 0. The node P, so any node in the position P is the immediate parent of, if this is P, then I would call this as 2P plus 1. This I would call it as 2P plus 2. That is how I can calculate which node it will occupy. If this is P, then I can call the left subtree as 2P plus 1, this node as 2P plus 2. Similarly, this is 2P plus 1. If this is B is P, this becomes 2P plus 1, this becomes 2P plus 2. That means all the, the left child of the node P is the node 2P plus 1. Right child of the node P is the node 2P plus 2. So if I have this particular tree, how do I represent it? If this is node 0, because I said nodes are numbered from 0 to n minus 1. In arrays, locations are numbered like that, index. So if this is 0, I'll take this as 1, this is 2. This is 1, this is 2, this will become 3, this will become 4. See, for example, I said 2P plus 2, is it not? This is C is what? 2. 2P plus 2 is what? 2 into 2 is P is 2. 4. 4 plus 2 is okay, I'm sorry. This one will become 2P plus 1 and 2P plus 2. Parent node is P is 2. 2 into 2 is 4. 4 plus 1, this will become 5. 4 plus 2, this will become 6. So that is how you try to calculate. If I try to put in the form of an array, okay. So 0 is node, location 0 will have the node A. 1, 2, 3, 4, like that you have in array. So 1, 2 is C, 1 is B, 2 is C, D is 3, E, F, G, up to 6. This will become 7, this is 8, this is 9. Why this is, how do you calculate this as 9? Why we got this as 9? Because this is E is what? E is 4. 2 into P, P is 4. 2 into P is 8, 8 plus 2. Okay, this one, okay. So this E is what? 4. So based on that we calculate 4, 2P plus 2. 4 plus 1, 2P plus 1 is left node, right node will become 2P plus 2. So 7 is H, 8 is I, j would become 9. So like that you are trying to store. What I am trying to say is, node is 0, root node is always 0. B, position of B, how it is calculated? This is 0, so P is 0. Okay, you come here. This left subtree is always 2P plus 1. Right is always 2P plus 2. What is P? P is 0. 2 into 0 is 0, 0 plus 1 is 1. So this will become 1. This will become 2P plus 2. 2 into 0 is 0, plus 2 is 2. Like that you go on. Okay. So I'll continue this in the next session. We'll take few more examples of how we can represent trees. Alright, I'll see you all in the next session. Thank you.